everybody. Here we are again doing one of our nearly famous fireside chats with the wonderful Dean Kelly. Dean, you're dressed beautifully.
So are you?
Exactly. I know. Which one of the suppliers is your favourite?
Chips or Daddy. I'm not sure at the moment. Actually,
Ralph Lauren.
Ralph.
Ralph Lauren. Try harder. So another question that came from the members today, which I thought was a brilliant one, and it's very pertinent to us, given that we've never managed it properly. We still work 15 hours a day. We're still doing 7 days a week. I'm not sure if that's because we churn so much work and we're just trying really hard, or the fact that our time management isn't great. Mm-hmm. But the question being, and I'll throw it straight to you, how do you find more time in the day?
Yeah, I think everybody wants to have more time in the day. I think social media pulls a lot of people's time now. You get caught on it. I see with my children, they're on it for 5 minutes. It becomes an hour. Work's very much the same. You can sometimes get fixated on something or be in a meeting for an hour when you don't need to be. But in life, I've always felt that if you really want to do something, you will find the time. And sometimes, like me, I have to stretch my day, as you know, and I get up at 4:30 every morning, have done forever. But that's fine, and I enjoy that. And just like yourself, even if I knew how to relax, I don't think I'd want to. I like being 100 miles an hour and knowing more stuff and learning every day. But if you're in a business, you've got to be able to block out your time properly. If you're going to be in one of those meetings that's 45 minutes, then make sure it's 45 minutes. If it's 10 minutes, make sure it's 10 minutes. But also you have to give yourself time afterwards to download that information. Otherwise, that's a waste of time as well. I always used to say, look, if something's not going to give you a return on investment, don't do it. Don't make a call that's not going to get you anywhere. It's not even going to give you an intangible relationship or whatever else. Start to rework. And actually, there's a book called Rework where they kind of advocate not having meetings, because by the time you've had a meeting, it's already past the point of pain. You need to deal with it there and then on the floor and interact with your people. So look, I've been an advocate of Eat the Frog since about 2000. It's simple, it's easy. It was easy to give to my staff that they had to categorize their day, do their day plans, and make sure they carry those forward. Simple things. And I make sure. I'll tell you what was a big winner for me was banning the word try. And I've talked to many lunches about this. And in about 2001, I just come up with, people used to come up, oh, how did that go today, Gary? Well, I'll tell you, Dean, I tried to, no.
Do or do not. There is no try.
You either did or you didn't, all right? Try in between. Yeah, everybody try. I expect you to try because you're at work, right? You're trying hard every day. You would be, or you wouldn't be at work. You'd be somewhere else. The fact that you didn't do it, I want to know what stopped it from happening, because that way I can deal with it. I can help you deal with it. And we've all been out of short trousers a long time. Take your medicine, get on with it. And that takes generally a conversation from 30, 40 minutes of this is how I tried down to what stopped it from happening. All right. And I think
I learned a lesson about 10-minute meeting. Well, it started with the 11-minute meeting. So it's a really great way to use it as a business pitch. And to say, all I need is 11 minutes of your time, 10 minutes to pitch my ideas to you and tell you what we're thinking, and a minute for you to decide if you want to work with me. Now, most people can find 10 minutes in their day. But also, if you're going to have a meeting with someone, Emma's fantastic at this. She will analyze to work out exactly how much time I need in each meeting. She knows I'm going to cut to the chase, and she knows I love a 10-minute meeting. Now, it did culminate in someone coming all the way from Wales to pitch me. It's obviously credit safe. So they've come along to pitch. I've got everything I wanted out of that conversation within 10, 11 minutes. And I stood up, thank you very much. She's going, was that it? I went, I've got everything I want. It's just, I don't need to, I've got other things to be doing. But it also meant that when I started out, it was 99% recruiting, but S3, 99% recruiting. Then I needed to spend a bit more time in the business. So I sacrificed 20% of my time. So 1 day a week working on the business. Then as we started to put momentum in, I only used to put in mornings. So every afternoon, it was just freestyle, whatever I needed to do. It meant that my things to do list was always getting shorter. I wasn't actually just getting longer and longer. And if something sits to your to do list for more than a week, it's not worth doing. because you're prioritizing everything else ahead of it, unless you're the type of person who has occupational hobbies, which is my absolute no-no. There's lots of things that people like to do, including recruiters now, who love cruising through LinkedIn because it's quite interesting. There's a funny video from me. There's loads of interesting stuff on there. But they love doing that. What they don't love doing is picking up the phone and trying to beat down some doors to win some business. So that's an occupational hobby. And we just need to be mindful of that. Otherwise, the important stuff isn't getting done. Are you a fan of sprints?
Yeah, I've always used sprints. I struggle to, if I don't use a sprint or as kind of a sprint metric throughout my week and my days, and with my staff, it's very hard to be on top of everything. It just stretches you too thin, because if everybody's doing the same thing at the same time, some of those are 2 hours, some of those I do shorter because we get a little bit more energy, get the desks thumping and people's chairs away and whatever else. But that way, everybody's doing the same thing. And I've always been a believer, and I know you are as well. In our environment, your sales floor is where you do sales. And it's where I learn from Gary and I learn from someone else and I listen to what you did. If somebody over there is resourcing, somebody's on LinkedIn, somebody's trying to pitch someone, somebody's trying to get past the gatekeeper, they're not learning. And you want that virtuous cycle within your business. You want people to learn from each other. So sprints lends itself phenomenally well to that. Making sure that you're not giving them stabilizers as well. They need to be able to ride the bike. And I made that mistake when I first became a team leader many years ago. That I was billing, doing lots of deals, but my 2 employees or team members, as they were, weren't doing as many deals as I should. So I would give them contract deals just so that I didn't have to manage them. And what does that do? It teaches them nothing, right? It teaches them absolutely nothing. I think that's why if they keep...
No, it teaches them that you're a soft touch.
Yeah. I didn't want to talk to them. I was just like, why do I have to be a team leader? Just take these deals, go away. But when they keep asking you questions because they know you're always going to give them the answer, just throw it back at them. What do you think you would do? And making sure that they think things through themselves. Because I think when you've got a boss that's very sharp, very clever, very on the ball, and they aspire to be like that, they're quick to get, they want attention as well. It's like a child. I want that attention. So I'm going to ask a question, but actually I want to make sure that I'm going with a solution, not a problem. And I think that's a core thing to getting your staff to time manage you as well as them.
I think just to wrap this up, the most important asset, the most valuable asset any business under 15 staff has got is the boss's time. So be really stingy with it and only give it if you desperately have to, and you're going to get something from it. So thank you, brother, for your help again. We'll see you guys on the other side.